All right. Well, so far
The Sumatra's really good.
I'm about maybe a quarter of the way through it. Here on their on the review here, the wrapper, like you said, Sumatra, hails from Indonesia. The binder is a Habano, Nicaragua, and the filler Habano as well from Nicaragua. This is the Robusto, I believe, right?
It's a Toro.
A Toro.
Yeah.
What's the size of a Toro then, Dwayne? Typically, the 5.2 point.
Depends on what
Okay.
breed it is.
Learning
But
so
they're usually
much.
about 2,000 pounds. They
Or
got
6.
horns.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Exactly.
Toro, you know,
This
Toro,
is a
Toro.
yeah.
There's another joke.
We're here. We're all about jokes here. So yeah, 6 by 52.
Yeah, 6 by 52.
Yeah, that's what it's saying here.
There's not a set standard. It's usually a
Oh,
6.
there's kind of in a range.
50 to 54, 56.
Okay.
The 52 is the ring gauge. So it's how big.
Oh, sure.
6 inches long.
50.
ring
Oh,
gauge.
okay. Is that measured in millimeter? How?
It's a ring gauge. I have no
I
idea.
know. I wonder how they do that. I don't know.
I have no
I'm
idea.
just speaking out loud here. Well, it says here, and maybe we can. I know you're smoking. What are you smoking, by the way, today,
I don't know.
Jesse?
It was given to me.
Oh, there you
The
go.
Tatiana chocolate.
Is it taste like chocolate?
A little bit, yeah.
That's
Okay.
a Tatiana chocolate. The difference is the Tatianas are what they call short filler, where these are long filler.
Okay, so what's the difference between a short
What
filler?
that means is, so like a long filler cigar is like they take, get our cigars mixed up. They take the leaf and they,
Mine's shorter.
that's genetics.
Oh no! Come on now. I served that one up for you. I thought that was well. That was a joke too, right there. But anyway.
But they take it and they kind of bunch up the leaf. Then they
Okay.
put the binder on the outside of the leaf, and then they put the wrapper on.
Okay.
Short filler cigars are basically kind of leaves that are chopped up. They're small pieces of leaf. Then they put the binder and wrapper on.
Oh, okay.
So
I like it.
it's a little bit more similar to like what a cigar would be, or like the machine rolled cigars that you get like at the gas station. You know the crap that I don't like to talk
Yeah. What's
about.
not even saying out loud? It's like kind of like who's
Swisher.
Voldemort?
Oh.
The name you do not say out
Oh,
loud.
yeah. Okay. Swish, swish. That was my first cigar. I also.
Yeah,
All those ones.
It's gross.
I've had some Swisher Sweets that I'm pretty much sure they just followed the dog around the backyard and
Oof.
called that filler.
Yeah. Yeah.
It tastes like shit.
Well, well. It says here though.
Is your mom and dad gonna listen to this? Are you gonna have to hear my
Probably not.
potty mouth?
That's okay. I think
Don't
my
worry.
dad would get along.
Don't worry. We
with
have a dumb button. Actually, we don't.
You have a what? A dumb button.
A dumb. Yeah. Exactly.
And I was already offended earlier too.
You never get offended.
I was up front and I could hear you talking, and
Oh no.
Jesse's the youngest person. I felt hurt.
You're
it.
not
From
the
him
young.
giving facts.
I think
what we do
Jessie
nowadays.
as a young person's representing herself pretty well.
That's what
Right?
we do nowadays. Everybody gets offended by facts. So I
Yeah.
might as well get offended.
Yeah.
That's true. Although, if you were listening further, Jessie was talking about, which I really appreciate, especially for a younger person now in our culture. Like, she's willing to draw a line on absolute truth and love and all these things, and they aren't just a single thing. Like, you have to take it as a whole. And so, wisdom
Jesse's
for a young person like this is beyond her age, which is amazing. So.
I
Well, it's-
just talk to the owner about these damn stools in here.
Yeah, why don't you put a pad on them or something? Anyway, so here on the review here, at least what the notes they're saying is saying a little bit of leather, which seems to be a consistent theme through most cigars. Earth tones. Now this, I guess I didn't notice it because I guess my palate isn't as refined. A hint of burnt marshmallow sugar give a pleasant sweetness.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I knew you did. I knew you thought that. Now,
I believe you.
Now here's the thing, the funny thing with the brain, and I don't know anything about the brain, but as soon as I said those things, and I was like, oh, sugar. It's a weird thing.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's how, like, all the different sommeliers get trained, is having there's the vials of, like, flavor or, like,
Oh,
smells.
okay.
Like, that's how coffee sommeliers get trained.
Well, there's an actual So I didn't,
yeah.
I didn't know, well, it
Yeah,
makes
this
sense.
is very similar to like coffee. Like
The rest
there's
of it's
all the
just called
notes and
schnapps.
flavors, and so you have
Okay.
to make the like neural connections to certain flavors to start tasting them. So
Interesting.
it's a whole process.
And it is weird that you said
Is
that
that
with
why I like a cigarette when I have my coffee?
Maybe.
well, I am a recent
Oh, it's
convert.
just a retard.
Well, probably some would say throughout my life. I don't have, I know, so I am a very recent convert to coffee.
Yeah.
And so it literally was, I told my brain, like, you know, I'm gonna try this. And then I enjoyed it. Now I'm slowly weaning myself off of cream and sugar. Although I
Yeah.
love a good mocha latte.
Yeah.
You guys serve. But I've slowly just been drinking coffee with a little sugar, and I'm like, not so bad.
Well, I
Like-
have like part of like my barista training is having them taste different pour overs because pour overs allow more of those flavors to come out rather than just like drip coffee, regular batch brew.
Oh, so
And so if you
what's a pour over? I mean, we'll allude to all your business
Yeah.
here, sir, but I don't. You're spewing
Pour-overs-
knowledge, so.
pour overs are just a fancier way to make coffee. It's just how you make the coffee, and so how you're making it determines can kind of change what flavors come out.
Oh,
for the
okay,
coffee.
sure.
So there's lots of different.
Like smoking meat or any of those things, depending
Yeah.
on what kind of wood you use. or-
Exactly. So if you do it in a smoker versus you do it on the grill, like there's gonna be different flavors. So same with coffee, but there's lots of different pour over options. You can do V60, Kalita Wave, Chemex, like there's all these different versions. But the end result really is just to pull out certain flavors in coffee. And so if I'm just gonna do a regular like a Keurig pot batch brew, it's just bringing out all of the simplest flavors. Whereas if I do a pour over, take my time, there's lots of different, like you can get really into it. There's the blooming stage and all this stuff that's like,
Really?
oh yeah. So like lots of different things, weight versus like amount of water and how coarse or fine you grind the coffee, all that stuff.
Well, that. Okay.
Change
Wow,
it, yeah.
this
It's
is
a
crazy.
whole. You can spend your life in pour
You
over.
can really nerd out on that stuff.
Yeah. And so some of my baristas never used to drink black coffee, and then you have them try pour overs, and you're like, okay, what do you taste? Like, tell me flavors, not just if this tastes like coffee. And slowly but surely, you can start to point at like, oh, there was like some peach in that, or oh, there was some.
Wow, you
like,
can start to pick that out, huh?
Yes, yeah. So it takes, and that's how I got into a lot of coffee. Was my husband was big into pour overs, and so he would do
Okay.
Chemex stuff, and I was like, oh, this actually tastes more than just like black coffee. Like you get flavors.
Interesting.
So
My wife bought me some dark roast. It says like chocolate or whatever, and
Yeah.
holy crap! I was like, pour me another,
Yeah.
because that is
well, and
delicious.
that's like these, like the notes for this dark chocolate brown sugar.
Okay.
So like, depending on how you make that coffee, so that kickstart is what we use for our espresso. So when you make it as espresso, you're gonna get more of those flavors that's dark chocolate, brown sugar.
Mmm,
and
delicious.
So
Now, I'm a complete moron on coffee.
No,
most people.
I've just
I've been proven to be one
I've
too.
just drank coffee, regular old
Yeah.
store bought, whatever.
Folgers.
Folgers, some of the other stuff, I don't know why. I don't understand the difference of the espressos and the lattes and I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
It's like, I know I came over to your shop that one morning, we'll be here next Friday, right?
Yep.
This Friday.
This Friday.
We're hanging out
This
there.
Friday, yeah, yeah. And I just come in and I get, what do you call it, a drip coffee?
Yep.
Because I don't have a clue.
Right.
It's just like, okay, I see all these words and I go,
That
yeah,
one.
just give me the one that comes out of the damn
The
pot.
one that
Yeah.
says coffee.
That's honestly what most people do. Like they're afraid to expand on more stuff because they're like, I know I get a latte and I like lattes, but I don't know what it is. So a lot of people just stick to the same thing because there's so many complicated words for it. So.
Well,
See, I always thought when I got a latte, it just was a big cup. But it's a latte.
A lot.
Nope.
So all these years, well, in all these years, I didn't know. I'm like I said, a newbie to coffee. I didn't know anything about coffee. My wife ordered me a mocha latte, and I drank it. And I'm like, this tastes like hot chocolate with coffee in it.
Yep.
She's like, that's what it is. I'm like, all these years
Yep.
and you never told me?
And
I could have
mocha
drank.
is a chocolate latte.
Yes, I'm like, that hot chocolate lasted for like 4 minutes. That
Yeah.
mocha latte could last me a good hour. I'm like, thanks for burying the lead here. Anyway,
Yeah,
so yes, I'm slowly expanding my
yeah.
my coffee
I don't know, and I know like,
taste buds.
I know it'd probably be considered like your competitor, Starbucks. I hate that place. I hate it with a passion.
No comment.
It's,
There you go, there we go.
it's a huge marketing ploy, and I
They're big
don't,
business. They're
I
big
don't
business.
like,
I will say they did open up the realm of
True.
coffee again. Like it got people excited about coffee and like the little like small things about coffee. It is a franchise, it's a big business, and I don't like the product, like end result, but they did get people into
Yeah, because it
coffee
used to
again.
be like either drink Folgers at home or go to your local diner and drink black coffee there. There was nothing beyond that.
and see, that's what, I don't like a coffee that tries to kick my teeth in.
Right.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. I had a friend that could drink coffee like that. I just soon drink tar if I was gonna drink that kind of coffee. It doesn't make any
Which
sense.
is a flavor note of some coffees.
It's tar.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's not something you want, but it can be a note that
Woo.
comes out in coffee. Yeah. Rubber, burnt rubber, tar.
Oh yeah, that sounds real appetite.
Yeah.
I think I'll stick with my mocha lattes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got down the brown sugar here. It says, ooh, now you, as a cigar snob, we'll get back to you. I know, I hear some music there in the background. It says it's a very pleasant. Yeah, we saw you do that two times ago. We're not gonna go down that rabbit hole again. Quit moving and shaking like that.
Don't get excited.
That's right, that's right. It says a very pleasant retro hail. I don't know if you know what a retro hail is. Well, we'll let Dwayne. I only learned about that from the cigar nerds here at Creekside.
Retro Hill kind of goes back to your whole things with coffee and stuff. You actually get more flavors in your nasal cavity.
Yes.
So Retro Hill is actually pulling the smoke in and blowing it through your nose.
Let's see here. Let's see if I. You guys want to see me
That
cough
usually
uncontrollably?
burns.
Well, did I do that right?
I think
I felt like it came out my nose,
yeah.
and I did cough uncontrollably. It does make a difference. It was actually pleasant, as it describes here. So it's something I think I forget to do, unless I like. Oh, someone's like, "Did you retro hail?" Oh yeah, I'll try that.
The crazy part is, which now is actually getting really good at it, blowing smoke rings.
I can't do
I
a
have been
smoke ring.
smoking for a lot of years. I can't blow a smoke ring.
I don't know how you do
I
that.
go,
She's on.
on there.
What? I'm such a. Yeah.
It's like a pulsing of your tongue, right? Like it's not as much breathing out, but it's like
Yeah,
your mouth movement.
So here's what I think. So I was born with only recessive genes. So I think blowing cigar rings is a dominant gene.
How you guys doing tonight?
Because I cannot do any of that stuff. So obviously you, like double jointed, weird, you tying things
like
in.
the hitchhiker
Yep,
things.
see, dominant genes. Dominant genes. Can you tie, can you do tongue things?
Tie a cherry with, yeah.
Or can you do like roll your tongue? Yep,
That's
see,
all I can
dominant
do,
gene, that's
yeah.
a dominant gene. I am only have recessive genes. No dominant genes. And my wife, on the other hand, is just like all dominant genes.
I only have blue ones.
Blue genes. Well played, brother. Well played. So I think,
My sister-in-law used to go to the bar, she would do this, she would get a drink with a cherry in it, and she would take the stem, you know.
Tie a knot.
She'd take a really nice
how
knot.
do people, I don't
Yeah.
understand
Well,
that.
she would do it with her fingers. But then she would put that knot under her tongue.
And untie it?
No, she would
Oh.
keep it under her tongue, and then she'd tell somebody she
Oh.
could have a drink. And she'd go, oh, I can tie the thing with into a knot, you find me another drink. So she would put that in her mouth. spit that other one out, and they're like,
Oh,
should we drink free all in on rock?
Hey, you know what? Smart gal, I guess. You know, if the goal was to
see,
drink for
that's the
free.
difference of my upbringing. I would do that at Sonic.
Yeah, with the
Cheers.
Maraschino cherries.
Yeah.
There.
At Sonic.
Yes,
I-
exactly. Anyway, so yeah, that's
Just say
probably why you are
maraschino
already
cherry.
Yeah, he said it weird, didn't he?
Maraschino, Maraschino.
Is that how they say it up north?
Yeah.
I have no
In
idea how you
Northern
say it. I know it goes good in an old fashioned.
Maraschino.
Maraschino.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, I know you like a good old fashioned, right?
What's that?
Exactly. So it's
I like
It's-
good old moonshine.
yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which, I got a moonshine for Jesse to try.
Yeah, I don't know. She really dug your coffee shine there. Well, while he's getting something, what would you think, or what's a trait that you respect most in other people? A character trait. I feel like you kind of mentioned it earlier, but in just not even know where. Which one's that now? Apple juice?
Is that enough to try?
Is that apple juice? Looks like apple juice.
Butterscotch.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It's actually only 40 proof. It's pretty.
So already we're 1 for 2 there. You're batting 500. That's better than average. Well, that is
But I'm
average.
still saying I would drink Dr. Pepper over that, you know? But it's
We
fine.
could put Dr. Pepper in that for you.
That's true, that's true.
The butterscotch one goes really well in Dr. Pepper. And the sweet,
I can see that.
it does both. Sweet
Yeah.
tea, Dr. Pepper.
Sweet tea. Okay, I'm not gonna get down that.
Except for, just note to self, don't put that in your sweet tea and then go buying guns. That was
That is yeah. Well, there you go. Or okay, yes. What as we
Somebody told me about it.
someone told you exactly.
Right.
I don't know what all this stuff is in my closet here that I ended up with, or in my safe here. So as I asked, what's a trait you respect most in other people? A character trait.
I feel like I mean, yeah, I think we kind of already talked about this, but like, good honesty.
Okay.
Like, not,
Like authentic.
yeah, and not being, like, honest and just saying, sorry, I'm blunt. Like, sorry, like, there's an honesty that's like unfiltered and just like,
Yeah.
you don't care how it comes off.
That's true. This is who I am. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, versus an honesty that's like, hey, I want to be honest with you, and like deliverance with,
Okay.
like, have a good deliverance with your honesty.
Okay.
So,
Someone willing to talk through the whole thing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So like my kind of honesty is bad.
I think it's a fun honesty.
The blunt and don't care.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, I mean, I think if I'm gonna weigh on one or the other, I'd rather have someone shoot me straight than. I mean, I don't mind a little bit of sugar with my honesty, like you were saying. A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down.
Yeah.
In a most delightful way. There we go.
I have an opinion on this.
No.
As I do most.
Yes, exactly.
Let's hear it.
I think that's part of the problem with this whole world right now. Is we've been sugarcoating stuff for so damn
Well,
long
true.
But I think
that
that's
nobody
just
can hear the
sugarcoating.
truth.
I think that's just sugarcoating and no honesty, you know?
Well, yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I worked in a place, I won't mention the name, but I had younger guys I worked with. And they were constantly. I'm old school. I was raised old school. I mean, you learn lessons in life. And I'm sure Rex, being military, you learn by experience.
Yeah.
And you do something stupid and people give you a hard time about it. And I was always told by my boss, because these kids would do something that it was like, what the hell's wrong? What are you thinking?
Yeah.
I was blunt with them, and you go, oh, you can't be that way with these kids anymore. They get offended. And I said, maybe they need to be offended.
Well, that's very true.
Because maybe they will learn if they get offended.
Yes. No, that's very true. I guess what I'm saying.
That's what I love about Jesse. Greg, Chris.
That's his last name.
Damn, how much moonshine have I had? Yeah, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris and Jen and them. They're all young, but they're real.
Well, they're wise beyond their age.
Yeah, and they're not
Years. Years.
You can say something and they're not gonna. I gotta go get in my safe space.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Well, yeah, you got, like you said, you're willing to engage the conversation instead of retreat, which is what too many people do nowadays. They just go, forget it. Like, no, we need to have honest
Think
conversations.
about it. Forever, people, we don't talk about religion and politics because that just causes problems. Why? If you can't talk about it,
Well, yeah,
that's the problem.
Well, true, very well, no, absolutely.
Well, when I think about one of my like hardest but best jobs, I worked at, I mean, some people don't consider it a job, but I worked at Pine Cove for 2 summers as a counselor. It's a summer camp for, I worked at Creek, which was a family camp, but
Were you a counselor?
I was a counselor.
Oh, that's
first
definitely
half.
a job. Oh, no,
Yeah,
that's definitely a
I was
job.
a counselor first half, then I was a wrangler second half, and then the second summer I was a cook and a lifeguard. So I did kind of a little bit of everything those 2 summers, but I just remember like it was one of the hardest summers of like being a working at a camp is like that's just hard in general, but it was really hard because the leadership team, like they were honest when you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing, or you weren't doing it as like well as you should be, or and they had constructive criticism to give, and that was like the first job that I had that like actually pulled you aside and was like, hey, I'm telling you this so that you can get better. Like I'm telling you this so that like because you're not doing what you should be, and I want you to be like the best version that you can in this job. And it was so hard for me to hear. Like I am someone who's very afraid of failure and very afraid of like not doing everything best.
Yeah.
And
meeting people's expectations.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And so that was the first job that pointed out things that I wasn't doing well.
Okay.
But it was the best learning experience of like, like looking from the beginning of that summer to the end of the summer, I actually did improve. Like hearing constructive criticism is actually good. Like you can actually learn
Well,
from
that's the
hearing hard
difference
things.
between you and a lot of other. I mean, is that some people can't handle it and they just they stay in that cycle and they.
I know, and maybe.
So congratulations to you, right?
Yeah, that's really. But maybe to me, I think I got mule. Well, we know I speak fluent Czech.
That's right.
But anyways.
We do.
I had a job interview one time and they were at, past jobs. What was the hardest part of that job? And I had to think about it. I said, well, there was certain things that were difficult. But to me, I try to take the hardest part of it and get really good at that.
Right.
Because then the rest of it's cake.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm so damn stubborn. I just, like, and Val will tell you. Val says if I'm focused on something, she just stays the hell out of my way because I'm gonna keep going until it's done.
Yeah.
She's like, nope, I just go over here and you can just do your thing.
Yes. No, and I think that's any married couple, you kind of recognize that in each other.
Yeah.
Some married.
Well, that's true. Not all. Yes, exactly. There's plenty of anyway.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Is there anything that you've ever done that's maybe surprised your parents?
Yes.
Really? We are interested to know.
Yeah. I wasn't a super wild child, but my mom loves and appreciates tattoos. She thinks they're really cool on other people.
Okay,
But
I think I know where this is
only
going.
on other people.
Okay.
She did not want her kids to be getting tattoos, at least while we were like under her roof. And the summer after my senior year of high school, I went on a mission trip to Papua New Guinea. It's like north of Australia. People don't know where it is.
Okay, I did not, so that's good to know.
Yeah, it's a little small island in that like.
So Val would just feel like under, not down under, just under.
Right. It's above.
All right.
Above
All right.
Australia.
I thank you for helping me out on that
Right.
one. I'm not a geography professional.
But yeah, so I went to Papua New Guinea, and it's a very tribal
Okay, sure.
place, and when we were there, missionary team, we really wanted to get tribal tattoos all together
Commemorate.
to commemorate the trip. And it's honestly not as cool as it sounds because mine is literally just a dot on my leg. It looks like a freckle.
There it does. We just saw it, right?
Yep.
Dawn?
But it's like a little stick and poke tribal tattoo. But that was a really big deal because before that, my mom had a extreme hatred of tattoos at that time because before that, my brother had surprised my mom unplanned that he got a tattoo on his butt.
His butt.
Yes.
Was it a Roy Orbison?
No.
What movie was that? No, come on now.
Oh, come on, please tell me.
Oh, cripes. I hate to step on your story, but this is...
Yeah.
Sorry, I
don't
stepped
get
on
the
the...
reference, so I don't.
That was,
No, I'm sorry.
that was Waterboy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, it was
I
a
have
joke.
seen Waterboy. I don't remember that.
Thank
Mama told me not to get a tattoo of Roy Orbison on my butt, but
Okay.
Yes. Anyway, Roy, well played, Rex. Well played,
Nice.
buddy.
Yeah, it wasn't
Anyway.
that. But yeah, my mom was especially upset with my tattoo because a year before that, my brother had gotten a tattoo on his butt of a chipmunk riding a seagull with a rock being thrown at it.
Oh my gosh. That is totally rock and roll
it's like a
right there.
cartoon type drawing. It's like,
That's funny.
yeah.
So
and there's-
completely meaningless.
Oh no, there's
Oh,
meaning
there's
to
some
that.
meaning to it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there are stories behind that. So
It sounds meaningless, but that's only
it sounds very
when you
meaningless.
said it, I'm like,
it sounds like no one in their right mind would.
what sounds like you walked in and like, I'll take that one and stick it right here.
It
Yeah.
sounds like a hell of a party is what it sounds like.
Yeah, no. So it's a matching tattoo with his best friend, his best friend at the time. They have these stories of. So one of them, I feel like I need to censor these stories a little bit because some people don't like this stuff. But
You don't have to say name.
yeah. So my brother and a couple of our friends, like we all went to the beach one time. We down in Galveston, such a beautiful beach in Texas.
It's much better beach than the beaches in Minnesota, I will say that.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, so we went to Galveston and we were all hanging out together. We just walked the Strand. We had gotten some food. We had some fries from McDonald's, and we were back at the beach. And granted, my family grew up kind of country. I kind of mentioned that before. So
Got
my
snakes.
brothers, snakes, stuff like that. My brothers have killed plenty of animals on the farm.
Okay.
We shoot possums and stuff. So killing animals was a normal thing in my family. So we were at the beach, and my brother and his friends step up to the side to like form this little plan. They come back and they're like, hey, we have this really funny thing that we're gonna do. So his friend
Okay.
throws up a French fry, just like eye level, like just to see if some seagulls would swoop down and get it. He did. So he did it again. And my brother had a skimboard in his hand.
What's a skimboard?
A skimboard is like a really thin boogie board that
Okay,
you
gotcha.
like throw and like you
Skim across the
skim
water.
across
yeah.
the water. So he had a skimboard in his hand, and the friend throws the French fry
Oh,
and he used to play baseball, and whack, just
Wow.
smacks a seagull out of the air.
That is, I actually think that's awesome.
It like crumpled and nosedives onto a little girl's towel. Where she was
Oh,
placing it.
wow, this story just keeps spiraling downward.
It was so bad. It was so bad. So that is story number one.
Okay.
They killed a seagull together.
Okay.
Story number two, their senior year of high school, summer after senior year, they went on a backpacking trip to Colorado. And they were backpacking for a week, and his friend had never actually killed an animal, and that was, you can't go through life without killing an animal in my brother's eyes.
Okay.
So they made this plan again while they were backpacking. They found a chipmunk. My brother, again, played baseball, was unnaturally good at throwing rocks at things,
Okay.
and has killed animals by throwing rocks at things.
Jeez. He's
So
like a plains.
it's, oh my gosh, it's wild. So they were able to catch, like they were chasing this chipmunk, and they were just giving his friend rocks over and over again to give him chances to throw and kill the chipmunk. And he finally, after I don't know how many rocks, was able to hit the chipmunk and killed it. And that was his first animal that he'd ever killed.
Okay.
So they have these two stories of chipmunks and seagulls.
Actually, that is a really cool
And
story.
so then
I
they
love
went,
that story.
I think it was their freshman year of college, they went together to a tattoo place, told the tattoo artist these stories and said, can you make a tattoo for us? And so the tattoo artist drew that up and tattooed their guts.
I absolutely love that tattoo now.
Yeah. And so my brother came home, so I was a junior in high school. My brother came home just to surprise us one weekend. He was like, hey, is mom home? And I was like, no, she's grocery shopping. Flashes me, just moons me right there. And I was like, my mom's gonna kill you. Like that was the first thing that came out of my mind, was just mom's gonna kill you.
Of course.
And so for like 6 months he didn't tell her. Like it was hidden for a while. And then I went on a mission trip that summer to Honduras, and they had come to the airport to pick me up from that mission trip.
Okay.
And me and my friend were on the mission trip. Her older brother was friends with my older brother. And
Okay.
so that friend was at the airport to pick up my friend as well. And so my brother went over and like just showed him that like, hey, I got a tattoo on my butt. And my mom saw my brother kind of flashing, like mooning his friend, and was like, yeah, Christopher, what did you do?
Oh my gosh.
So then me walking out of the gate, welcome home, Jesse, from your mission trip.
Oh yeah.
Get in the car, we're going home.
Oh.
So-
He totally buzz killed her.
Yeah, so driving home from the airport, 45-minute drive home, dead silence the first 20 minutes. And then 20 minutes in, my mom just turns around. How long did you know? To me.
Oh, I bet. Yes.
And I was like, I didn't,
I didn't know
and
nothing
my
about it.
brother totally covered for me and
Oh,
was like,
nice.
she didn't know, she just found out. I was like, thank goodness, I was the first one to know, so I've known for like 6 months, but.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that set the tone for tattoos in my family.
That
and
is an incredible,
I got tattoos.
incredible story.
We're all good now. Everyone loves each other.
See, my tattoo story was kind of simple. I was still living in home at the time. I was 18.
You have a tattoo of chipmunks and
Seagulls?
seagulls on your butt cracks?
No, it's a mouse.
Oh. No. Do not stop. Just behave yourself. Behave yourself.
But no, I got my tattoo. And I told my mom, I was like, never get a tattoo when you're living under my roof. Got a tattoo, in Colorado. I was born in Long Beach, sure. And then one day, it was probably 8-9 months after my tattoo, me and my brothers were out in the driveway playing basketball. And I had it on tape. My mom came home from work. What's on your arm? And I was like, what? Is there like a spider or something? I tried to make a big joke of it.
Yeah.
She wasn't very happy.
Yeah.
She got over it.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do at that point?
Yeah.
You get over it.
Well, that is an incredible
That's the most memorable thing.
story. I think your brother might be one of my new favorite people.
Nope, you're not getting out of this. Where's your tattoo?
I have 0 tattoos. Quite honest, and I really want to get. So here's the thing I've heard about tattoos, and I have a somewhat addictive personality.
Yes, I would too.
So if I get one, it's not stopping at one. Now here's the one thing that's a barrier for me is while I have a creative mind, I am not an artistic person at all. So yeah, exactly. I write in stick figures and stuff like that. So for me, I have a vision in my head, but conveying that to a to a tattoo artist might be difficult. So I don't know. I really want something, if I do it, to commemorate my wife and my 2 kids. But then after that, it might just be.
He said doo-doo.
Oh, I didn't.
How did I know these?
So
You want the poo emoji is what
yeah,
I'm
exactly. And so at first, when I first saw people with like sleeve tattoos or like on their legs, like their whole calf, I'm like, that is hideous. And now the older I've gotten, I'm like, it kind of tells a story. And I'm like, and I love conversation. I love looking at other people and finding like if I see a hat or something about them, and then so it's like, it's a way to convey who you are without
I love to
communicating.
ask people if they have a sleeve or whatever. Ask them how expensive is your arm.
That is the part about it
Love
for
to
me.
know
Because
how
it,
expensive their
like,
opinions are.
thousands of dollars, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I have a lot of hobbies, mate. This is my new one. Rex, you would know this. This is not a cheap hobby, and every hobby I tend to have is expensive.
And you go all in.
I do.
Yeah.
So I feel that I could spend thousands of dollars. Now, I am not one that would have a lot of tattoos, kind of like yours is very subtle, or your brother's on his butt. I would tend to not probably show a lot. I'd like maybe just a little bit showing, and so it creates conversation, but I do know that if I got one, it would not stop at one.
I guarantee you'd stop at one. I've seen you in pain.
Well, no, that's
And
it.
how much you
Now, that's
hate
true.
pain.
I am a huge Sally when it comes to pain.
I
Huge
guarantee
salad.
you'd
So
stop.
I would have to drink a lot of that
It wouldn't
Clase
matter.
Azul.
We'll get you your first one and we'll get it right here.
No, I'm not putting it on my belly.
Yeah,
And watch you
been to places
scream
like
like
it.
right on the like soft spot.
Yeah, right here.
Right
Get it right
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
That looks, I'm already shivering.
Any good tattoo
Your
artist
ribcage?
in the States,
Oh, yeah.
if you come in drunk,
They won't give you a tattoo.
Okay. What if you come in, hi?
Now, if you go to the Philippines,
Well,
that's
that's it.
game on, buddy.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to get
Bring
my
some antibiotics with you. Though.
Yes, exactly. I don't know if I want to get my first tattoo. I'd rather get it in a well-established establishment that's governed by law, preferably.
I don't know,
Not in someone's garage.
I got
Although
mine
you got yours in the
third
middle
world
of the
country.
bush.
My ankle only swelled up to a softball size.
Yes,
It's fine.
exactly. You know, they didn't have to lop it off.
It didn't
You
fall
survived it,
off.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, but yes, I do want to get a tattoo, but I do know it's a what's the word?
Addiction.
Something curve. It's a, I don't know.
Exponential curve. Exponential.
It's a slippery slope.
Oh, very
slippery
different
slope.
route. But
I
yes,
don't
think
much
it
of a
would
curve.
be.
I mean,
Yes, exactly.
it's a curve.
It's
I
some-
really don't think it would be. I think you would get one and you'd be like, nope, nope.
I was
Now, I
thought
tend
I
to
would want a
agree.
bunch of tattoos. I got one done.
Well, but I have a lot of
And my
things I
tattoo
like.
is actually older than her.
And see, I tend to agree. I tend to be like her brother in terms of like, dude, I have a lot of things that have meaning in my life, so I could, where other people would be like,
You get a lot of
a
tattoos.
chipmunk riding a seagull. Is that what you said? People, I could see myself having metaphorically lots of chickenmonks,
Chicken lungs.
chipmunks riding
Chicken
seagulls all over my body.
Yeah.
We
Whatever
can make
those
you a
are.
chicken lung tattoo.
Yeah, because chickenmonk.
I'm gonna need somebody to draw a chicken monk and you're
Oh.
gonna get it as a tattoo.
Oh yeah, roll those dice. Yes. What do we got? 6. Ooh, we are 6s racing. So anyway, that was a great story as usual. That went that was
We should have thought we were
It was
gonna
a long
match
one,
chicken
but
wolf tattoo.
chicken
Yeah,
monk.
yep, it's happening. Is
So
there a
it'd be
tattoo
like
artist
a
in town?
monk. So you'd have that red robe with a chicken face
We
on
can do
the.
like a cartoon, like, remember, I don't know, you're probably not old enough to remember the old Robin Hood cartoon,
Yeah.
but the Friar Tuck, they
Yeah.
make him into a big chicken and
Yeah. The brown robe with the tie across, and then just have a chicken.
Exactly. I would be a little skinnier prior to.
No, we're all getting the exact same one, chicken
All right,
monks.
chicken monks.
Right here.
Let's hear it. Let's see it.
right here on your wrist, so you can make it down.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, all right. As I told you earlier, Jesse, you know.
Rabbit trails. They're
I
great.
had an uncle that had a senorita on his wrist and he would make her dance.
Okay, well,
Or the trampoline one, you have the little like stick figure and a trampoline, so when it jumps.
really? See, I don't know anything about.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about tattoos. So this tattoo culture.
I'll tell you what, start with your wedding band for your wife on your ring finger.
I don't know.
It rubs off in like 5 years though.
Really?
Yeah, your skin like it like that.
You don't ever put your wedding band back on.
But your finger, people who get finger tattoos, they fade really quickly because your skin is always like that's a quicker exfoliation area.
Unless you just don't wash your hands. Then.
And I,
Yeah, it's that.
in terms of my job, I use my hands
You just wash
a
your
lot
Yeah.
because I'm a massage therapist.
So
Worst
So I have
week
lots
when
of
you need
oil
to-
on my hands.
You said you're a massage therapist?
No, it was a joke.
I think I shower once a week whether I need it or not.
Yes. Wow, only once a week. Wow, good for you.
I mean, you can't smell him. He always smells like cigar smoke.
Val just hoses you off out there in the backyard.
Sometimes.
Huh? Hey, it brings the horses in and you stand there and
I'm a jackass.
yeah, there you go. That's right. Bring the horses and jackass in.
Speaking of that,
Oh my
you said
gosh.
you worked on a dude ranch thing,
Yeah, it was a family camp.
and you was
Close
wrestling
enough.
horses.
You've never been to Pine Cove?
So
I'm a recent transplant
Where's that
to
at?
Texas.
was that in Texas?
It's they have two. It's a pretty big camp, like I guess franchise, but they have them in Columbus, just kind of middle of nowhere.
Columbus,
Texas.
Ohio?
No,
Oh.
Columbus, Texas.
Okay.
There's like a Walmart and a Whataburger.
Okay. And Pine.
And Pine Cove.
Okay.
So they have, in Columbus, they have Prior Creek Family Camp, and then they have an elementary, junior high, and high school kids camps. And then in Tyler, Texas, they have a bunch of others. They have 2 more family camps, and then a high school, or junior high, high school, and elementary kids camps. So they have, and I think they just built one in South Carolina. So,
Well, I got another joke.
what's your joke?
Do you know what you call cowboy clothing? Ranch dressing.
Ranch dressing. That's the cleanest joke you've had all day.
That's right. That's right. That would be considered G-rated. Well done. Well done.
That would be brush.
You've run all the ratings from G up to R. You know what I mean?
You haven't heard some of the good ones, Jack.
Yeah, we've heard some. We heard some off camera, right? We're not going to go down that. We've already said it once.
I still have them on audio. Remember, Andrea started the audio.
Yeah,
I think that was after I said the joke.
Okay. Holy cow. Okay, let's bring this thing back.
Every time I show up, you
Okay,
know.
let's tighten this thing up here. Tighten it up. Tighten it up.
By the way, it's your role, JT.
Your roll.
Oh, so I know you just started your business, which occupies a lot of your,
Yeah.
occupies a ton of your time, but is there something you like to do hobby-wise or, TV or something that, to decompress?
I'm a big reader. I love reading.
We'll get back to that later. I have questions about that for you.
Sound like you was on rewind.
Yeah, so reading books. But
Okay.
then I love any sort of crafting, any sort of art.
So like what kind of crafts? Because crafting is a big umbrella. There's a lot of things that settle under crafting.
Tell me one of them, and I've probably done them.
Like leather work? Do you do any leather or sewing?
Yes.
You know how to sew?
Yeah.
I need to learn how to sew. And I have lots of
I made a
patches.
quilt. That was
Really? Quilting is kind of a big deal.
Well, so I did all of like the patchwork quilting, and then so I did it with my grandma was the one who taught me most of my like crafting stuff. So sewing, knitting, crochet.
Count me not surprised by hearing that your grandma taught you.
Yes, no, she's like super, knows all of the skills. But she has a friend who does like the major quilting, and so I did all the patchwork, putting it all together, and then she sent it off to get like the quilting like stitch work and through the center.
Gotcha, yes.
That was done with like a professional machine.
Okay.
So I put the quilt together, and then it was like put.
Gotcha,
all that
yes,
together.
I understand.
So, 9. But yeah, I got into wood burning for a while. Did some wood burning.
Okay.
One of my biggest things was macrame.
What is that?
So that's like knitting with your hands.
That's your bud day.
He's right though.
What is it called? What did you say?
It's like fancy flower pot holders and stuff.
That's one thing.
I have
that
no
I can't
idea what that is.
But it's like knitting with your hands. Like you tie a bunch of knots with rope.
Oh, gotcha. Now I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So a lot of people, a big thing is to make plant pot holders. So it's like
Yes. Oh, now yeah, the
Yeah.
pot sits in that.
Yeah. So there's some that are
Like
really
hemp
big.
rope type of stuff or
Yes,
something
yeah.
like
So
that.
you can do you can do it with string, cord, rope, like
Gotcha.
things. But it's really just the series of tying knots to make something.
Okay.
So some is like decor, like wall hangings. There's like big wall hangings.
Oh yes.
Some
I've seen those at Hobby Lobby.
yes. So you can
Side hustle for you then.
Well,
I mean, I love Hobby Lobby, but
well,
you know,
before the coffee
small.
shop, I did like markets, did craft fairs, and did
Oh.
like I would sell. I had a craft business that I sold some macrame stuff. So I
Okay.
plant pot holders, air plant holders. You can make purses and bags and stuff. Really, you can get really intricate into it. So
Wow. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
That's
If
pretty
you're as
cool.
old as me, it just takes you right back to the 70s.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So many people are like, I haven't seen this done in ages. Like,
Is that how they
it's
sound?
not- Oh, the amount of grandmas that have like appreciated my work. I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
nice.
That's really sweet. But now factories can do it, and it's like $15 for a
Ah,
holder. And the amount of time that it takes a real
Oh,
person
sure.
to do it is a couple hours. So
It
Wow.
was in the 70s, early 80s, it was huge.
yeah.
They're okay.
I mean, you could walk into houses and there was always some kind of macrame stuff in it.
I
But
think
it's coming back because of all the houseplant people. People who are big
Oh.
into houseplants, you get really cute macrame holders for them. So,
okay, interesting.
yeah.
So you would I'll have to think. I'll have to talk to my wife about that. She's a little more crafty than I am. Well, anyway, I like
On the shag carpet
Yeah,
doesn't come back.
exactly. Ooh, jeez. Or yeah, yes. There's a lot of stuff from those. Oof. You had alluded to earlier that you have done missions, and you're kind of you've been around the world. If you could, you grew up here in Texas. It sounds like. If you could live anywhere else in the world, where would it be?
Ireland.
Really? Now, do you have some Irish heritage?
Never been, no. I've never
Okay.
been. I've always Ireland or New Zealand. I really want to go visit the Shire where they film Slower Days, but
I will agree with you on that.
yeah, that would be really cool. And I just love the culture of Ireland and like the rolling hills and the cliffs and the like. I don't know. It's just
Have
really
you watched Dairy Girls?
And the whiskey drinking.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Dairy girls.
Dairy Girls.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 4 girls, and it's during the time of like, because Ireland's been, it was like during the 80s when they were under, let's say, oppression. I don't know a lot about Irish history, so, but it's very funny, and they're like high school girls, and my wife got me onto it, and we watched it, and they're,
Is it a TV show? Or?
oh yeah, on Netflix.
Okay.
Oh, it's Dairy Girls, hilarious. Ireland. I want to go to Ireland as well and kiss the Blarney Stone. I don't know if I could live then there because I like warm weather, and it's like constantly 50, 60 degrees, and that's just, you like that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Breeze coming.
Yeah, I just coming from the,
Good weather to curl up.
well,
read
sure
a
you
book.
can, well there you go, you can wear a sweater or a
Love
sweatshirt,
campfires
get a fire,
and
well there we
hot
go.
drinks And yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whiskey. I drink a lot of whiskey.
Then you drink,
Yeah,
well,
that's-
scotch.
My husband is
There
real
you go, it's
into
Irish
I would be
whiskey.
Scottish.
Yes, Irish whiskey. And warm beer.
You know,
So we'll, yeah,
God made the Irish to rule the world, right?
here we go.
They had a couple Guinness and forgot where they put the key.
I'm seriously, that one went right over my
No.
head. It honestly did. Like, not that this is a surprise to anyone
They
that's
gave them the
watching.
keys to the world. They had a couple Guinness and forgot where they put them.
Well, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I've had almost one of these, and I forgot what we're talking about. So we'll get to this further, but we've talked a little bit about it. You obviously more than dabble in coffee, so this is out of anyone I've talked to, this is perfect. So if you could have, let's say, if you could have,
I really hope I can answer the question.
no, this is, wait, it's not as tough as you think. If you could have a Slyfox coffee with any historical figure, who would it be?
Oh man.
And while you're thinking about that, whose role is it?
Oh, I think it's mine.
Yep.
And whenever you want to take a break, Rex, let me know because I really got to pee.
After this question.
Okay. I think I would say C.S. Lewis.
Oh, brilliant
Yeah.
answer. I love
We
that.
even have an Irish coffee.
There you go, Irish.
He and Tolkien loved to be in bars and sip pints.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, that was like a friendship. They would like sit and talk
I guess they were from the same kind of
theology.
era, right?
Yeah. They had some apparently they had some disagreements on because they both wrote kind of Christian inspired books.
Sure.
But C.S. Lewis was a lot more outright with the Christian symbolism.
That's true.
And J.R. Tolkien was a lot more subtle, and
Yes.
that they had some disagreements with that. Of
Let
like,
your flag fly, probably.
yeah, like C.S. Lewis was like, why are you hiding this? And Jared Tolkien was like, well, I want people who don't know Christianity to be able to read this and like be introduced. And so I've always been very intrigued by their friendship. And
Interesting.
Like, there's a
I had never heard
podcast that I like that's called Pints with Jack, and they sit in a bar and talk through C.S. Lewis's books, because that was what C.S. Lewis would do. It's like over a pint, talk theology and talk.
Really?
Yeah.
C.S. Lewis.
See
That one threw me for.
that's interesting.
I was not. I mean, that's the first time. I mean, when I'm thinking of history, I mean, I love C.S. Lewis, but I'm like, I would have thought like presidents, or some people have said Jesus, but it's like, to me, I kind of want some things to remain mystery, so I don't know if I
Well, I'll
want.
see him in heaven.
I don't want to
so-
talk to Jesus.
Jesus would have made it into wine anyways, don't worry about it.
You what?
Right, you know what she's such a sweetheart, and I was thinking she's gonna say something like her grandmother or something like that, you know,
Yeah.
or her great grandmother, something to that.
Yeah.
C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis.
That's legit.
Some wisdom, man.
I'm gonna write. I like that one a lot. That one kind of threw me for a loop. So I need to. I know I need. So why, since you brought this up, and I've heard it's very good. Have you read the Screw Tape Letters?
Twice.
Twice. Okay, so I need. So
good.
read Screw Tape
You
Letters.
just have to like prep yourself, because so it's written, since it's written in the perspective of the demon.
Okay.
Then he like he says like my father,
Yeah.
when like us we know it's like, oh, my father, like our father Lord, it's like God, but him saying my father is Satan. So that like things are opposite.
So you really gotta-
things are switched.
okay.
So you have to be in a mindset of like, oh, this is, and saying things that are untrue about God,
Okay.
because it's from the perspective of the demon. So it's like you have to read it, like everything that he says you take with a grain of salt, because it's like in the perspective of a demon. So
I think it's your role.
yeah.
So
So it's really good, but you just have to know.
C.S. Lewis.
10. It's 10.
Oh, 10 is a quarter only. No, you have to pay a quarter.
Oh, so it doesn't move.
No. All right. Well, I love that.